Hey guys, it's Shannon, and today's video is going to be my beauty and fashion hot picks for the month of January. Now, during the month of January, we all know that there really aren't any major trends that usually come around. The only thing anybody is ever talking about magazine-wise or fashion-wise is basically how you need to lose weight after the holidays. And so you'll see things where people are talking about, how to fit back into your pencil skirts or your skinny jeans and that sort of thing. But usually for this month, there really isn't kind of a major fashion trend that happens just because of the time of year and just because, the fashion world is very repetitive. Basically, every year, kind of the same thing for the most part happens, or maybe a little bit of a spin or a twist on what happened the same time the year before. But for the most part, they really aren't that creative. So the month of January can be a little stale when it comes to kind of new and exciting trends or ideas coming out. But one thing that I really like to do for the month of January, which I like to do all year round, so this really isn't any different, but again, it's focus on color. Now, for this month, I really like to pull out pastel colors. And there's really only two times of year that I'm a huge fan of pastels for the most part. One time a lot of years is during the month of January, and the other time is usually around Easter. And so I know that most of you are thinking, okay, well, pastels, that makes me think of spring. And I agree, pastels do make you think of spring, and that's why I like it for around Easter time. But it's also partially why I like it for the month of January. But the way you need to think about those pastels is a little bit different for the month of January than it is for the month of, March or April, whenever Easter time would be rolling around. For the month of January, what I would suggest that you would think about is more of an icy sort of pastel. Think Ice Princess, Snow Queen, that cold, chilly, snow, icicle type of feel. Those kind of pastels. They're typically going to be cooler colors. They're going to be a little bit paler. They might be a little less intense or a little less pigmented. The saturation might be a little less as far as the clothing goes. But they're still pastels nonetheless. So let me kind of show you a couple ideas just to get you started. I'm putting away all of my black pants again. The black will be going away, and I'm going to bring out the tan. Tan and khaki go really well with these type of colors. So keep that in mind. Of course, I'll still have my denim. I also have, this is a good time to bring out, if you have any pale colored jeans, pale colored denim. I have a pair of very pale pink denim jeans that I love to wear during this month. So think about those types of things. That can be something interesting that you can kind of look for, or that you may not already have, in your closet, that if you need a pair of pants and you're going shopping, it might be something that would actually add to your closet versus just being another of the same type of thing. So, if you already have 20 pairs of regular, shades of blue denim jeans, but you feel like you need some more jeans, then maybe try a pale pastel color of jeans if you can find them. I like the Snow Queen look. I like, that feeling of colors that you might see reflected in an icicle type of thing. If the light were to shine through an icicle, what colors come out of it? Another reason that I like the pastels at this time is because the month of January in Ohio, despite what a lot of people think, we really have very mild winters for the most part. Last year was kind of, a little bit colder, and we had snow or ice like in December, which we don't normally have, but that was a problem all across the United States. Everybody had bad winters last year, so it's no big deal. For us, it's usually relatively mild. Up until about the last 2 weeks of January, there's usually a chance that we'll get, a decent snow that'll maybe give us, enough inches that it becomes a hindrance. Because we're just not used to it, and so the plows are out and that kind of thing. And then a little bit in February. Usually we'll have about 2 kind of decent snows in a year, and that's about it. And then it just depends on how long it takes for it to melt. But you know, January can be kind of a blah month because once you pass New Year's, there's not really anything to look forward to. You know, Valentine's Day is far away, and a lot of us don't really care about that holiday anyway, very much. So, you know, it's just kind of a blah time. It's getting colder. The days are grayer. You start to have more of the gray days and less of the really, really super sunshiny days. And you're just, all you can think about now is starting to get to spring. And pastels do remind me of spring, so it's just, aside from the fact that I like that snow, that ice princess kind of idea, it also gives me a little bit of cheer in my day if it's kind of a, you know, bad weather day. It starts getting me thinking about spring, gets me excited about what's around the corner, and it just brings a little bit of cheer. So let me just give you a few examples, and it's not that you need to go out and buy these clothes, but it's just so you get an idea of the color. So here you can see, let me bring it to this side. So here you can see I just have, you know, some random kind of pastel things here. You know, a nice cool shade of purple. This is a little darker, and of course keep in mind that the computer never shows up the way it really is. Everything's going to be a little bit paler than the way that it's showing up on camera. So this is kind of a light purple, a little darker than lavender, but a pale purple all the same. This is just a nice blue. It looks much more bright on camera than it really is. It's much paler than that. Here's another shade of blue that I would wear, which is just a very, very light blue. A very pale pink. This is, well, let me show you the front because this has, you know, some striping, but I'm looking more at the light greens, and this really, you know, pale blue striping is nice. And then something like this where you have, this is kind of a light gray, and I know it's showing up darker, but it has these nice light pink and kind of a yellow sort of striping through it. Okay, so that's just to give you some ideas on what I might be wearing during the month, and some ideas on maybe if you're out shopping for clothes, if you need some new clothes, on what you could look for, just to give you an idea to get started. Okay, so during the month of January, my makeup has the same feel. Now, one thing you want to be cautioned about is that you don't want to go overboard with this trend. So if you're wearing kind of a frosty, pale, icy blue, you don't want like frosty blue eyeshadow and frosty blue shoes and frosty blue, you know, don't go overboard, okay? So pick kind of one thing and sort of make that be the focus. So if you have a gorgeous sweater, then let that sweater be the focus. If you really want to play up your eyes, do a really pretty eye, and then just kind of keep your clothing kind of neutral. You know, you can still wear whites and grays and tans, and let the color on your face be where you're having a little bit of fun, or on your nails be where you're having a little fun, or in a big chunky, you know, statement necklace that looks like that has maybe some stones that look like giant pieces of ice, whatever. But just keep it simple. Don't go overboard. Now, I'm not going to go too heavy into makeup because I think by now you guys, for the most part, have a good idea of what kind of makeup I have, what kind of makeup I buy. So I just want to give you kind of some reminders of maybe some makeup that would be good if you decide you want to try this idea. And the first one, of course, I have to mention as far as eyes go is the Shimmer Strips. This is by Physicians Formula. This is the Custom Eye Enhancing Shadow and Liner, and this is the Pop Green Eyes Palette. I mean, you know, this is almost a no-brainer. I think if you went to the stores and were just browsing around, you would notice this one right away, and you would realize this is kind of exactly what I'm talking about. Now, they have since had the candy versions, and now they have the nude eye, and the kind of the neutral looks are coming out. So it's getting a little bit harder to find these, but you can still find them. So they're available at all drugstores, Kmart's, Walmart's, grocery stores. You can find Physicians Formula, you know, anywhere really. So just check kind of you know, if you can't find it at one, you'll find it in another. There's still quite a few of them left around, so keep this one in mind as you're shopping. Also, really quick, this doesn't have anything to do with this tutorial, but I wanted to throw it out there. CVS has all of the Wet n Wild 6 color icon palettes. These are all half off right now. I think they're discontinuing them so for 2012. So if you wanted these, go get them and get them while they're half off. Little side note. For blush, I'm not really going to show you any specific blushes. Just keep it kind of light and neutral and pale. You know, either pinks, or if you're more of a peach girl, just go very light and neutral. Let your skin, don't be tanning this time of year. There's just no need for it. Your pale skin is beautiful, and it's perfect for these kind of looks. So take advantage of the fact that you're more pale and go with those lighter colors that you maybe would never touch before because they might have looked frosty on you when you were tan. Now they're going to be perfect when your skin is pale. So break out those really light pink colors and those really light peach colors. They're ideal for this time of year. Lipsticks is going to be a no-brainer because I just talked about these, and I think these are perfect for this whole idea. And it's going to be the NYX Diamond Sparkle lipsticks. You really, it almost doesn't matter which one you pick. They're just about all of them are perfect for this look. But just to kind of give you some ideas, Sparkle Flower is a good one. I'm knocking things over. Sparkling Rose is a good one. Sparkling Apricot is a good one. Sparkling Nude is a good one. If you want to go a little more purpley, Sparkling Orchid is very pretty. So, I mean, these are just kind of a no-brainer. Yes, there is glitter in them. I'm sorry, they're gorgeous. Go buy them. People that are completely afraid of glitter, I just don't understand it. I know that there's people who feel like you kind of hit a certain age and you shouldn't indulge in those kind of things anymore, or they don't suit you anymore. And that's true in a lot of cases, and there are some things I would say stay far away from. These are not one of them. The glitter in this is subtle enough that anybody can wear it. I don't care how old you are. Just don't go overboard. If you're going to do glitter on the lips, don't do glittery cheeks and glittery eyes and, you know, have sparkly things in your hair. Just do a little subtle glitter on the lips and let that be that. I have glitter on my lips today. I'm 37 years old. I don't think it looks terrible. You might feel differently, but that's okay. It makes me feel good, and I'm enjoying it, and that's really what matters anyway. So, lipsticks, go try these. Any color of them. Lip glosses, what would I maybe recommend? A lot of the Avon Extra Lasting colors are kind of have a sort of icy feel to them. This one is Perpetual Pink, but it's kind of an apricot color. You know, they've got pinks, they've got all different shades. Revlon has the Color Stay Ultimate Liquid Lipsticks. This one is Best Bubbly, but they have a lot of, you know, pale shades in this line too. The Revlon, the ones that have the square tubes, the Pink Pop and the Coral Reef, and the purple one, what's the purple one called? Those are perfect because they are just a creamy, pale color, and that's perfect. Nail polish. Nail polish is a great way to pull off this look, and you're going to see a couple that you've just seen me purchase recently, and you're going to see some that you maybe can't get anymore, but it'll give you an idea. So the first one of those that I would mention needs a little bit of loving and separating a little bit. This is the Avon Nailwear Pro, and this is in Luxe Lavender. I don't know if you can tell with my lighting that this is a very pale lavender color. It just kind of looks gray, doesn't it? Let's see if I can block the light out at all. Oh, there you can see. There you can see that it's purple. Okay, so I don't know if you can get this exact color anymore, but there are some pastels that are coming out soon through this line that are amazing. I'm so excited. I I saw a preview of them and I want every single color. So keep your eyes open for colors like this, or wait for another maybe 2 weeks if you want to check my website for the new colors that'll be coming out. You'll really like them. Wet n Wild has these Wild Shines, and this one is number 464, and this is just a pale blue. It's almost a smoky light blue color, but I think it's perfect for the whole, there you can see it, kind of icy feel. This is a Revlon color. It's a limited edition, but you can still find them around sometimes. This is Ooh La La Lilac, and it's just a really pale kind of opalescent pink. And if you can't find it, that's okay. Just keep the color in mind. You'll find a million different options that are exactly the same. Anyway, then of course I had the Sonia Kashuk that I just picked up. This is number 10, Smoke and Mirrors. This is that gorgeous glittery silver that I told you guys about. Wish you guys could see the, I don't know, the consistency of it better, the texture that it has. You just can't see it in the camera, but go check it out. Those are at Target. And then, last but not least, this is the NYC Long Wearing Nail Enamel that I told you about that I just got. This is number 105, Starry Silver Glitter. And it's this one. The blue color in this is actually maybe a little bit darker than what I would normally go for this month. But the entire bottle itself, this is just gorgeous. And this just looks like ice in a bottle to me, kind of, with the little pink and blue circles in the silver glitter. This is amazing. And how I would wear this, my recommendation to wear this would be to paint your nails with a white nail polish, just an opaque white nail polish, and put this over the top, and it would be amazing. You could also do a very pale pink. You could also do a very, very pale blue. You could also do a very, very light gray color, and then put this over top. Those would all be amazing. I really like this one. It's my favorite, I think. Okay, so that's kind of my ideas for January. I hope you like them. Please don't forget to click the like button. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It's free. Doesn't even mean you have to watch videos in the future if you don't want to. It just means that they will show up in your subscription box and you have the choice to watch or not when I make new videos. And I would love to hear from you, so please comment below. If you have a trend that you really like to do, or colors that you really like to wear in January, I would love to hear about it. Or if you know of some maybe makeup products or something that really fits this trend that you think I would be interested in, or that other viewers would be interested in, then please leave that information down in the comment section. And you know, my website and my blog and all of the Twitter and everything is all in the information box. I hope you guys are enjoying the winter and that you're not too cold, and that you are excited for the spring, which is just around the corner. And I think that is it. I really appreciate all of my subscribers, and I do thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Now, my makeup during this time usually will go along that same feel. There's a car outside, as always. I wish people would tune up their cars. That would be great if they could not make them sound like they have no muffler. Lipsticks,